Hey Cowboys Nation, let's go for another round of news from America's team. Watch until the end so you don't miss any news and sign up to stay tuned for everything that comes out about the Cowboys.
Michael Irvin reveals he had a 2-hour meeting with Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys have been under heavy fire lately. The controversial team owner claimed that he would go all in the offseason, but that hasn't been the case. If anything, the Cowboys have been the most passive team in the league, and the clock is running out on them. That's why franchise legend Michael Irvin looked to appease the fans. Talking on Undisputed, Irvin revealed that he had a 2-hour meeting with Jones, adding that they would get someone who will make an impact in the first round of the NFL draft. He also argued that it could be just a matter of time before they do right by their 3 stars, namely Dak Prescott, Micah Parsons and CeeDee Lamb. The Cowboys just picked up Parsons' 5th-year option, making him eligible for an extension. There was absolutely no point in waiting this long to do so, knowing that he's the best defensive player on the team. That only fueled speculation about him not being so beloved in Arlington. As for Lamb and Prescott, Jones is only making it tougher for himself and his team to retain them or sign him for less than top-notch value by playing the waiting game. Jerry Jones is a savvy businessman who clearly knows how to make and keep his money, but his approach to roster building hasn't worked for almost 3 decades now. So, as much as Irvin wants the fans to have some hope and trust, it's hard to give him the benefit of the doubt at this point. Proposed scenario sees Dak Prescott bolt Cowboys for hated rival. Dallas Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott could realistically sign with another team next offseason, but this one would hurt more than anything. Prescott is entering the final year of his deal during the 2024 season with no contract extension in place. While team owner Jerry Jones maintains that the Cowboys want Prescott to remain in Dallas as the franchise quarterback moving forward, there is still no ink to paper. In a proposed scenario by Fox Sports' Nick Wright, he brings up the New York Giants as a potential landing spot for the 3-time Pro Bowl quarterback. While the Giants hold a top pick, No. 6, in the 2024 NFL Draft, Wright proposes the franchise stick with Daniel Jones at quarterback for 1 more year before making a move for Prescott and former New England Patriots coaching legend Bill Belichick. "If you are the Mara family, you have the 6th pick in the draft," Wright said on Tuesday, April 23. "But a lot of people have a team trading up in front of you, and you don't draft a quarterback. You have another year with Daniel Jones, which means you have another disappointing season. And you have the opportunity in the offseason to say, hey, we're gonna bring in Dak Prescott to be our quarterback, and Bill Belichick to be our head coach." Why the Giants could make a move for Dak Prescott. The Giants are coming off of an extremely disappointing 6-11 campaign after winning a playoff game during a surprising 2022 season. New York then signed Jones to a 4-year, $160 million contract with $92 million guaranteed last offseason, a move that they now likely regret. However, New York can move on from Jones during the 2025 offseason with a $22 million dead cap hit. Wright goes so far as to say that bringing in Prescott and Belichick would remake their entire team. By the way, the Giants aren't the only team that could do that, but with Bill Belichick floating out there, and Dak Prescott the best quarterback in forever to, potentially, hit true free agency, Wright said, there is the ability for any franchise to, with the stroke of a check, remake the entire version of their team. Greatest coach ever, one of the best quarterbacks to ever leave via free agency in his prime. Dak Prescott remains unfazed by uncertain Cowboys' future. The 30-year-old Prescott is coming off of arguably the best season of his career. Not only did he lead the NFL in touchdown passes, 36, he's coming off career highs in completions, 410, completion percentage, 69.5%, and passer rating, 105.9. To top it all off, he also finished as the top runner-up in MVP voting. Despite his uncertain future in Dallas, Prescott is unfazed as he enters the final year of his current contract. Via John Makota of The Athletic, "I don't have any fears," Prescott said on Friday, April 19. "I'm not going to say I fear being here or not. I don't fear either situation, to be candid with you. I love this game. I love to play and love to better myself as a player and my teammates around me. If the Cowboys fail to sign Prescott to a new deal this offseason, the idea of their Pro Bowl quarterback jumping to a division rival such as the Giants becomes a very possible reality. We'll see if Dallas strikes a deal sooner rather than later with their franchise quarterback. Cowboys make $21 million decision on Micah Parsons' contract. The Dallas Cowboys are ensuring that Micah Parsons sticks around for at least 2 more years by activating a key contract clause. Parsons is the face of the Cowboys' defense and arguably the team's best player, so it's a no-brainer to keep him around. First-round rookie deals are all built with a 5th-year team option available. On April 24, the Cowboys triggered Parsons' 5th-year deal for 2025, according to ESPN reporter Todd Archer. The Cowboys have officially picked up Micah Parsons' 5th-year option for 2025 at a cost of $21.324 million per source. The price is determined by the position where he took the most snaps in 2023, which was defensive end. Ultimately, team hopes to sign him to long-term deal, Archer wrote on X. As Archer explains, this is more of insurance than anything else. Parsons' second NFL contract will pay him even more than $21.3 million a season, and Dallas should be willing to fork out the cash. But for now, the Cowboys can at least know that they have full control over him for another 2 years. If things break bad for one reason or another, they now have the ability to trade him next offseason. Cowboys' quiet offseason due to future Parsons extension? If Parsons plays on his 5th-year option in 2025, the $21.3 million salary will be more than the first 4 years of his deal combined. However, this first contract will be a fraction of what he'll be paid in the years after. Dallas has said they are preparing for that deal. On April 16, Cowboys CEO Stephen Jones spoke on the process of extending Parsons as well as QB Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb. It doesn't mean it happens overnight, Jones said. But when you're wanting to sign players like Dak, Prescott, and Micah, Parsons, and CeeDee Lamb, then you have to hold money back if you want to have a realistic chance of signing those guys. That might explain the quiet offseason, but there are also variables at hand. Namely, Dallas has an extensive amount of dead cap hit limiting their budget. For 2024, Spotrac estimates $17 million in dead cap space, and a good chunk of that will carry into the 2025 budget. CeeDee Lamb in line for massive contract. As mentioned above, Parsons isn't the only player set for a big extension. Lamb will be paid a gargantuan amount going forward, it's really just a matter of when the extension happens. Over the cap estimates that Lamb was worth about $26 million during the 2023 season. Considering the elite WR market is being set around $30 million, that range is likely where Lamb will fall. However, ESPN's Todd Archer did make an interesting point that Lamb and Minnesota Vikings WR Justin Jefferson are both waiting on extensions. The two WRs both want the top salary or close to it. So both could be waiting for the other's deal to drop. There's a staring contest going on at the moment, Archer wrote on X. Neither one wants to go first unless they're blown out of the water. Either way, both Lamb and Jefferson will be rolling in the cash soon.